and the ocean to cool off, but along with all the fun comes a bit of danger, especially for young children. Joining us live now from Seal Beach is Ginny Flayhive, who is owner of the Watersafe Swim School.
Good morning.
How are you this morning, Ginny?
I'm just fine.
A little wet there, huh?
Yeah.
Now you have children who start swimming there as early as 2 months, is that correct? I thought most of the infant swimming program started when the babies were about 6 months old.
We like to start them as young as possible because they have less stranger anxiety and more adaptability to new situations when they're tiny.
And how long does it take for them to actually learn how to swim?
It takes us about 10 to 20 lessons to get them to the point where they can backflip by themselves, like this little guy right here. And it takes us about 100 hours to get them totally confident and comfortable picking up toys off the bottom of the pool, jumping, swimming everywhere. Only a portion of that time is lessons and the rest is playtime.
Is it basically just kind of a reflex action, like learning how to walk? It's just something that you don't really teach them, but you just kind of throw them in and they just eventually start to learn it?
No, all babies can backfloat naturally. We don't have to teach them how to backfloat. We have to teach them that backfloating is their only choice. That if they don't backfloat, they roll over and swim on their tummy and they can't breathe. So we sort of let them experience the consequence of not backfloating, and from that they figure out quickly that backfloating is a better way to go if they want to breathe.
Now we all know that pools and kids can be a deadly combination. This course that you have there has actually saved lives, has it not?
Yes, we're really proud of that. Most of the children that have saved themselves are situations where mothers could have gone and get them anyway, but we have quite a few cases on file where children actually saved themselves and mothers found them backfloating in the pool.
Now the woman sitting next to you, Evelyn Christensen.
Yes.
Good morning, Evelyn.
Good morning.
Now this actually happened to you and your family, did it not?
No, it wasn't my family. It was one of our swimmers, actually.
Oh, really?
And she'll be interviewed a little bit later in the program. But my two children actually fell in the pool when they were each 8 months old.
Really?
And saved themselves.
And how long was it before you actually got into the pool?
Well, I was in the pool
happening?
teaching already, and my children crawled to the edge of the pool, turned around and crawled in backwards as if they were crawling downstairs.
Yeah.
And they both fell in and came up and backfloated by themselves. And I let them float for another 15 minutes, finished my lesson, and I picked them up. I just thought it'd be a good idea to see if they could really do what they were trained to do.
And they did?
Yes, and you must understand these children did it 6 years apart.
Wow. Now, aside from the safety factor, this must be pretty good for kids' development and coordination.
Absolutely. It uses every single muscle of the body, and it also develops cross pattern because you use both sides of the body equally.
This little guy is hysterical. He just has that move. He's just like the floating king out there.
He's falling asleep when he's floating quite often.
Now, what about the diaper factor?
We like to keep the diapers on them just in case we have a little accident.
Yeah, I would think so.
And it definitely works. It does hold it in. And if they fell in the pool, likely they would have their diaper on. They might as well learn to float with their diaper on.
Okay, well, Ginny Flayhive, we appreciate you joining us this morning from Seal Beach. What's the cost of this program if anybody wants to get involved with it?
I'd say you can have your child pool safe in between $100 to $200.
And you're down at Seal Beach. Are there any other areas around the Southland where they can take these kind of lessons?
Whenever you call a swim school, you might want to check out to see if they focus on the backflow.
Okay, good enough. Ginny Flayhive, Watersafe Swim School from Seal Beach. And this little floater there, he's just the best. Thanks very much for being with us this morning.
Okay, thank you.
He's great.
I can't believe
I love him.
it.
It's really not a kid. It's just a little, it's a float-up doll.
It's a doll,
Little doll
yeah, I know.
dummy.